Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now November 4th of 2022, and we are not only getting closer to the end of Star Wars Andor, but also we're getting very close to the release date of The Bad Batch Season 2, which by the way debuts this January, followed by The Mandalorian Season 3 on February 22nd, as well as, of course, the Ahsoka Tano series by the spring/summer. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the new universe between George, John, and Dave is that not only are they all working together as a trio, so to speak, but they're also hiring a lot of new creators to come on board to help things out with the Star Wars universe. We already know that Peyton Reed is going to be one of the biggest directors for the upcoming Star Wars TV shows, which is great, by the way. For those of you that don't know, Peyton Reed directed the Mando Season 2 finale with Luke Skywalker, so he's a great director. He knows what he's doing. But that brings us to where we are today, with Lucasfilm as a company and exactly where it stands and where it's all going, when it all dwindles down to the Lucasfilm president, alright? Now, when you look at everything related to Kathleen Kennedy, she has caused nothing but trouble over the past couple of years, right? We have seen this time and time again, and it only created more complications between creators. Now, everything is looking ahead, of course, to the Star Wars universe. Everything is looking brighter and brighter, all thanks to John and Dave. And this is all due in part to Disney executives giving them promotions over at Lucasfilm, giving them a lot more creative control and financial control as well over the budgets of these shows, etc. However, with many new Disney executives, of course, engaging in many conversations about the direction of the Star Wars franchise, one of the biggest conversations of all that is still happening has to do with the new Lucasfilm president that's in the works to replace Kathleen Kennedy before her contract ends. Now, Disney already has a total of 5 candidates now that are willing to take the position, and that Jon Favreau is one of the candidates. However, that's less likely to happen since his promotions gave him so much creative freedom already as it speaks. However, it's noted that as of right now, Jerry Bruckheimer, I don't know if you guys know him, is at the top of the list to replace Kathleen Kennedy as president of Lucasfilm, and is also a big Star Wars fan, and is eager to contribute to the Star Wars fandom. However, Disney executives are still waiting for Bruckheimer to have a more clear path with the projects that he is involved with. So for those of you that don't know, Bruckheimer is a big-time Hollywood producer. If you guys have seen Pirates of the Caribbean, or maybe even Top Gun Maverick, he has been heavily involved with those projects. And with the latest Pirates of the Caribbean 6, he's also involved with that as well. So it's all a matter of scheduling, it's all a matter of when Bruckheimer is going to make free time for that to happen. He is at the top of the list, he is the top interest by Disney executives to take over Kathleen Kennedy before her contract ends in 2024. So essentially, this is Chapek's way of trying to create his legacy before he himself is planning to leave by 2024, by the way. Even though he extended his contract, Chapek is finding ways to get out early as well. Now, this is a very interesting development because Bruckheimer, for those of you that don't know, he has worked on numerous projects, numerous movies and TV shows throughout history, and I gotta say, I mean, he's a very talented guy, and he's very much informative when it comes to the film industry. He has talked about this time and time again. But moving forward from that, below him is described to be Steven Spielberg as one of the other picks, a great friend of George Lucas that is also on the candidate list to take over as the Lucasfilm president. However, Disney really wants to get Jerry on board to handle everything Star Wars, and Jerry knows what the fans want from the franchise. Jerry has worked on major blockbusters such as Top Gun Maverick, like I say, and even the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Now, Disney is said to be very settled on Bruckheimer becoming the new president of Lucasfilm to replace Kathleen Kennedy. It's just a matter of scheduling at this point with his other projects such as Pirates, of course Bad Boys 4, and a whole lot more on the table. Now with Jerry at the top of the list, they are also looking down at other candidates as a contingency plan if things go wrong with Jerry's interest level with Star Wars and Lucasfilm. Now, here is the deal about this too, that I think a lot of fans need to be very well aware of, is the fact that everything related to Lucasfilm operating as a company and what John and Dave have been doing is that for some of the projects, believe it or not, they have been firing some of the Lucasfilm employees that are more loyal to Kathleen Kennedy and shifting them to other aspects of Lucasfilm. And basically, John and Dave strictly want to keep the Mandalorian crew, the Ahsoka crew, and yes, even of course the Book of Boba Fett crew on board of their future projects as well, to really kind of propel things in a better path by also hiring new creators to come on board and new Lucasfilm employees to join and really steer things in the right path. So John and Dave have that ability now, and it's exactly why I keep saying that I don't even think Jon Favreau needs to become a president of Lucasfilm, because he's got so much power right now, creatively and on the financial end of the spectrum. He's got a lot of things going on, and it's exactly why Star Wars is finally seeing a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to 2023. Again, it all begins with The Bad Batch 2, Mando 3, Ahsoka, and more for 2023. That's really going to kickstart John and Dave's plan and/or path to really repairing the franchise, essentially. It's not that they're really resetting the franchise right from the very beginning or anything like that, but they are resetting the way that they deal with the franchise, that they actually handle the overall brand itself. It's all going to be refreshed in 2023 because they have 100% creative power now, besides Skeleton Crew and the Acolyte. Those are all Kathleen Kennedy projects. Anything besides that is looking very much up. Now, Bruckheimer, in case you guys did not know, he talked about Star Wars a couple of months ago and how he actually had a lot of criticism about the sequel trilogy movies and what Disney had done, and how he felt that things were kind of controversial there. He actually agreed about that. And I think it just goes to show you that this is also a guy that knows how the fans think, that knows how the fans feel, and how Star Wars just operates as a franchise or as a brand, right? Star Wars is huge, and it has many different formats. It's got television, it's got movies, it's got books and comics and video games. There's so much to really offer that really has to work as one to really kind of interlock all of the lore that's going to be pretty much, given to the fans. So overall, everything happening over at Lucasfilm and Disney, things are looking up, things are looking better for the new Lucasfilm president. It is moving along, but it's all a matter of scheduling is all. So it's not looking great for Kennedy, and with the recent thing of Disney not allowing her to make announcements prematurely, just goes to show you that they're very unhappy. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.